Okay. Hmm. Do you have the basic skills? Do you know the basic of use Python? No? Okay, I'll start from the very beginning. So first, I I like to use VS Code. This is some kind of interface, so you can code with Python. There are all kinds of different stuff like PyChart or something, but I use this one. You can just download it online. Uh, hmm, um, okay. I don't know what's going on, but my computer is very slow. Guess that this. Uh, so I'll start from this empty folder. Yeah. So this is like if you have nothing on your computer, you open something and it's like this. You can open your folder or file. So I'm right now in this folder. I can create a Python file. Uh, if you give it the .py, then that's a Python file. So that's the beginning. Um, and so you should install VS Code and here, and also install Python. There are different ways to install Python. I'm just showing you some easy way. Like I just download it here and install. You maybe use a different way, but after you have everything, you should be able to use it. So I mean, you probably need to learn all the basic coding skills, but right now I'm just trying to say to a very simple I just trying to let the Python code to say hello to me. Uh, and then once you have this, click run. So for first thing is because everything here right now I already set up. In your case, you may need to choose the Python. So here at the corner, there is a different version of Python. Um, or it may be somewhere else. But the first time you use it, you may have some problems choosing the right interpreter path. But if you install Python correctly, install the software correctly, then you should have this. And once you select the right Python and you click run, and in this terminal, it just give you the result, the hello, right? Problems, no. So here, okay, so that's the basic skills, and there are mm, some basic ideas. So if you, I'm not going to teach you everything about this, but there are some basic ideas I want you to know first before we start. So if you want to create something, let's say, so okay, let's say this. So this define, this is a function. So it's something you create something and you can use it. For example, then like this. You can give it A is a parameter. You can give it anything, and then you can put the parameter here, and you run it, and give you this. And this is the idea of functions and how to use the function. So that's some basic ideas, right? So now you start to trying to learn or trying to use Python or trying to use the programming to help you analyze your data. The first step is read data into your code. Read data into your code. And remember here I'm just trying to teach you how to learn Python, use ChatGPT or something else, right? So basically right now I have no idea, right? How to import data, right? So okay, so let's find some data. Okay, so this is our test data. Okay. I don't need this. I just want one example, so I'll delete everything else. I don't need this figure. So firstly, I'm create an Excel file that can be read into the Python. I just need, okay, this is a column name, and this is the data, right? Yeah. So I don't need other things. I'm trying to delete everything here. Let's just use this as examples. I don't need all the rest of them. So I don't need this as well. Okay, so this is our test data. We have all the numbers here, and this is column name, viscosity, and everything is here. Okay, so first thing, we have the file. Let's save the file here. Okay. Now you're trying to, let's ask, you can now ask ChatGPT to teach you. Yeah. So so firstly, introduce yourself to him. So, I mean, this is not necessary, but this is something. Sometimes it helps because if you don't introduce yourself to him, sometimes he give you an answer that is too complex. For me, it's like I don't need to do that. I know everything about the Python. I just need to ask questions. But for you, maybe you need to, and sometimes you need ChatGPT to give you more introduction. So, for example, right now he's teach you like everything now. So you see, setup environment is something I just show you. Okay. Yeah. Install library. This is something new to you. In Python, why a lot of people use Python is because in Python there's a lot of, we call it library. Some people develop something and then you can borrow the idea, use it directly. So you don't need to for example, read data or plot the data. You don't need to, in C++ or in Fortran, it's very hard to develop, to visualize your data. But in Python, is everything is someone already developed for you. You just need to use the right library. Actually, in other programming languages, the same. They all have libraries. Like NumPy, Pandas. This is NumPy and Pandas is NumPy is just for no. This is for data like 2D data, 3D data, or some arrow. This is a basic idea. I don't want to explain too much. This is basic. Here it says numerical operations. Okay. This is more for the mathematics. Okay. Pandas is something special. It's very good. Easy to use with Excel file or text file. So you can, if you want to learn something, you can read the manual or ask ChatGPT. But that's two things to deal with your data. And matplot is something you use to make a plot. Yeah, and Seaborn is same thing. Okay. So here ChatGPT already tell you, okay, you may need this. And in your computer, if your personal computer don't have that, you need to install. So whenever you install, sometimes there is different way to do that. But I'm just I think this may be easier for you, so I do it this way. But someone may do it in another way. For example, you're already in this window and you click run, right? Then you are in the terminal, this window. And you can, if you go back to ChatGPT, here is the code. Right? Type in install, and this is the library. You can just copy and paste. Okay. Yeah, and it's kind of doing the thing itself. So I have everything, so I don't need to do anything for this. But if you don't have it, it may take a few minutes to install. So that's the first step, and then it teach you like, okay, I want to read the data. So here is the code, read data, read the data. Remember the print function. Print function is just show print hello is print hello, right? You can print your data, just show your data. So print function is very useful if you want to check anything. So print, I want to show this data, so I just print. Okay. So df is the predefined function. Yeah. Df is your I create a parameter. It's called df. So it's a data frame. Usually we call it data frame. So it's just a parameter. It's a name. So you can call it anything, DFG, GGG, whatever. You can call it anything. This is just it's a traditional way to explain that. And remember, when you do the start to do the programming as a beginner, put everything in one folder. Only same folder. Yeah, in the same folder. So you see your data is here and your data is here, right? So then read. So this is PD is pandas. So I'm going to explain to you line by line. Import pandas as PD. That's import the library. I want to use this function. I want to use this library. So I import pandas and I give it a name as PD. So whenever I put PD here, means I'm trying to use pandas. And what is PD dot? PD dot means, so whenever we say some library means someone create a lot of things and they package or combine them together. Yes. So in pandas, within pandas, there is a lot of functions or it can do a lot of things. So dot means I'm trying to use one function of pandas. So if you put PD dot, you see everything here is what it can do. If you want to know like this, you need to check the manual. Okay. So sometimes if you, for example, you can see you can keep dot. So within pandas read SQL, there is more functions. Okay. So you can keep dot because it's like this is too much. So I'm just explain to you. If you see something dot means, firstly, I'm using something in pandas, and in the pandas there is a function. In the function there may be another function, and like one by one until the last one. So now in this line, I'm using pandas read CSV file. So I'm not read Excel file, it's a CSV file. So then go back. Let's save it as CSV. Okay. So pandas probably cannot read the Excel file. Oh, is it? I mean, if you want to read Excel, it's a different line. Okay. So I mean, let's go back here. It's going to be a different line. So see, since I introduced you as a beginner, then it's just saying too much. For me, it's like I see it's a different. Except file path in general. Yeah. Open so, to yeah. So and I don't want to explain too much because this may not really very important for you like this. Why put engine here? If you want to learn those details, you need to read manual or you need to ask ChatGPT more about that. So let's say we are using Excel file, right? So and my file name is data, and then file path data and something how to use Panda read Excel, and I have everything in this number, and this number, what it looks like, I can show you what it looks like. You have to give. Yeah. See, this is what DF looks like. So it has columns and row number and the data, right? If we go back to here, all this code, that DF head means column name. See, there is a he's trying to introduce you this its values. Okay, get a summary. Let's do everything. See, oh, so print head is first 5 rows. See, first 5 rows, and the summary of the data frame. This is a summary. See, minimum. See. Okay. So actually, for example, I would say print df const. See, it's going to give you this number. Let's try. What is the count? How many data in this column? Okay, data points. What is the mean value? What is standard deviation? So see, so df is kind of is type of parameter. That type of parameter is kind of pandas. It's kind of from pandas. Pandas give you some. We usually we call it data frame. We call it data frame, and data frame. Why we use data frame? Because when we use pandas and create a data frame, we have a lot of things, so it's very easy to use. Okay, for data manipulation, data analysis. Usually, I just recommend you to use pandas. Okay. That's it. So, but this is not important for us right now. We just want to plot, right? Yes. Plot. Yeah. Analyze your data. Okay, so analyze your data. Example. Okay, so this is not related to us because most of this is something else. For us, we just want to do some calculation and also make a plot, right? Yeah. So now let's say we want to make a plot. Let's first make a plot. And with velocity. I want to Okay, here is a. I need to change it a little bit. Right now is a little bit too hard for you. You can do it later, but right now it's a little bit too hard for you. So you see,
Yeah.
This is viscosity, right?
Yes.
This is 200.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I want to make a plot.
Mm.
I want to plot water, 200 CP and 150 CP.
Mm-hmm.
So right now this is not 200.
Yeah.
So you need to think of a way to change it to 200, then plot, right?
Yeah.
Or you can manually change it here. You know what I'm saying? I change it here.
You like a command, plot viscosity gradient.
Yeah.
199.
Yeah, you can do that, but that will you will write more lines here.
Okay.
So I don't want to waste too much time here. Okay. I just do something simple. I change it here, but for you can go back and you can try to do something, play with it, and if you have an idea, let's say I want to plot viscosity from 195 to 205.
Okay.
And then you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Mm.
That's one thing. So right now I just make it easy. So everything is 200, 150.
Mm.
So and then if I go back to here, I can say it's velocity. Right. So this is my question, and then it's going to the ChatGPT is going to help you. Okay. Anyway, so since you are beginner, it keeps showing you this. But like. Okay. Okay, so this is an example how to plot it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll copy and explain to you. See, we have the data. And usually we put all the library at the beginning. So this matplot is plot function. This is not really necessary. You can read the manuals, but this is very common, very general.
Okay.
So we always use that. This is a plot function, and we name it PLT. Okay. This is everyone is doing that.
Okay.
So in the later on you just plot and PLT and plot.
Okay.
Right. So firstly this is a data function, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are giving it some constraints. We want the data function viscosity equal to 1 and equal to 150 equal to 200, right? So okay, so if you were asking like can we do it 145 to 155, then we just give it another description here. So but how to write that description, you need to ask ChatGPT. I mean, I can type it down, right? So
145, 146, 147, range.
Yeah. So for example, I'll create a new chat because it takes too much time. Yeah. See. Good. You see that. This is how they. Yeah.
And okay, in practice.
Yeah. This basically this takes time to learn. For me, it's like I know like how to do this, but I know the meaning of this is and. So you must be larger than 155, 145, and smaller than 155. But for you, it's like if you want to learn, then always take some time to read those lines. So you can do the same thing here. See? And so this is the first curve, second curve, third curve, and this means we make a plot. The plot is the size is 10 by 6. The you know the circle, you make a plot like a square.
Yes.
Or you make a long plot or a tall plot or a long plot, the shape of the plot.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like Excel file, you can create a plot in whatever shape, right?
Yeah.
And then plot, you tell him I want to plot. This is X. This is, you see this data function, right?
Yeah.
Data function you have different columns. So now we create a new data frame. This data frame is only when this one equals to viscosity equals to 1. So this is a small data frame. So I use this small data frame. I use a QL. I plot QL. Whereas actually I should do this one, QL variable day versus add feed, right? And this is color. If you go, yeah,
orange.
Yeah, if you go back to where is that? Here, he actually explained. So I'm not going to explain to you. You can learn everything yourself with the ChatGPT. You know, so this is a way to learn it. See color labor. This is like Excel file. This is labor. This is one.
I think those are like the dot points, please.
This is okay. This is color.
Orange.
This is a shape.
Shape.
For example, I can give it a different. I think you can see the difference. Oh, so here, sorry. We have this viscosity. See, yeah. So, right. See, why this line is dots? Because I changed this.
Okay.
Yeah. See, so it's very simple. And if we go back, let's go back here. As QL row is mention this.
Density.
Sorry, QL times row. Okay. I mean I'm just giving it some number. You can give it based on the paper whatever equation you find.
Okay.
I'm just this is not right. I'm just create something. So basically, if you don't know how to do it, you can ask him. He will show you.
Yeah.
It's very simple. So this line is simply, see this column times this column divided by this column.
Okay.
So it's going to do it line by line and yeah. So, and if we do it here, then QL. So we have a density. We here density and viscosity. Okay. So and I want to plot dimension. Okay, let me explain line by line. I create a new column. This column named dimensionless, and this is equation. When I make a plot, I use dimensionless, and then I can do it. Right. See, that's how.
The blue one is.
Well, the reason is the viscosity is 1. This is 150. Okay, so let me try.
And how did you give like the head on the y-axis and the QL on the x-axis? Where did you mention that?
So this is x. First is x. This is y.
Yeah.
Second is one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't want this one. So it may be easier. Let me do it again. So what's your question again? What's your question?
I just want like see, this is a defined data frame, right? So
Yeah, this is data frame.
Mm.
I give you the name viscosity 1 CP.
Mm.
This is 150 CP, 200 CP.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Right. Do you have any other question?
No, that's it.
Okay. So this is one example, but what if I have a lot of? So let me go back to here. So here, this one, right? Oh, let me go back here. So I have three. I have a viscosity column, right? I want to make a plot QL versus head plot based on viscosity. So 150. I'm just still give this example, but I don't want to do it, write it down like this. Because if I have 10 viscosity, I need to write 10 times, right? So I want to use a for loop. For loop is I check, I can change it here. I can, for example, next time if I have a 300, then I just need to change 300 here. I don't need to change all the codes like one by one. So you can ask him, a generalized question like, I have 3. What if I have more? And I want to do it. I don't want to write it down line by line, something. Then ChatGPT will give you the answer like this. Okay. But so it's always a way. It's like you need to give it. Ask him, and he will teach you. Okay. Right. So now this is the code. I'll copy here. Now everything from here is useless. I do it. This is a smart way. I just give it a list. So it's 1, 3, 3 number here, right? And so see, this is how to filter the data frame, right? But there is another way. Remember the thing we do it. Right. We can do it like this.
Greater than, less than.
Something like this. Yeah. But it's always it may not be so easy. You need to you need to find some smart way, right? Because if you remember in our data file, let's say 400 CP, it may be 450, not really +5 or -5. So that's something we don't know. You need to check. You need to think of how to do it. Okay. And one more thing, see, this viscosity, right? What if I want the viscosity is labor. I don't want to use this. I want to use some real number. So I can use this. Oh, I don't want this. I don't need this line because I already did a calculation here. So I don't need this line. Let's see, viscosity. remember we have mean value,
Yeah.
right? Mean. So it takes calculate the average. So basically, assume this is all. This is the data. Now it's in a for loop. So it will start from 1.
Yeah.
So it equals to something and take the average and plot. Let's plot dimensionless. I mean, anything. And head is actually here. And viscosity. This is this label is give it a name.
Okay.
So if you don't understand, just ask ChatGPT.
Okay.
But usually I explain it here is give it a label, and this label is something is a sentence. In this sentence there is a number. This number is F represent this number is the type of this number float.
Oh, float. Okay.
Float number. So we put float here, and so it's a number we calculate. Sorry, it's a number we calculate here, and then this is string, the character string, and this is a float number. So that together, we make a string. So basically, you see here, this is this should be a string, but we have a float here, and we use something to make it special. So this is a float, but this function means we change it within these string characters. So we change it from float to string. So I can show you when we plot it. So it should be a number with something like where is that? Oh. Right. Okay. So we don't have the color and dot, whatever the line style. If you want, you can put it here. The line style. Remember. Oh. Doesn't matter. Because it's in a for loop, we cannot use the line style. We need to change it.
Okay.
We need to, so right now we just delete. So it's going to use a default color or default style.
Okay.
Right? So
okay. For loop it is all like a built-in.
Yeah, there is a built-in color and built-in style.
Okay.
So if you don't do anything, he will use his to help you. Okay. Here you see, this is viscosity 1.0, and this is the average. See, remember we use the average, right? It's a float. So you see this point. So basically that line change everything into string. So that's string. That's a very long string. So what we can do is we give it I mean, you can ask ChatGPT.
Okay.
I only want to keep the int part. So how to do that? And there is a different way. I just do it something I'm familiar. But you can ask him. Round means I just want I want no digits. So you need to close the plot because whenever you open the plot, it's not finished.
Okay.
So let me just print, help you to make it finish. So this way you know that it is not finished. Let me run it again. Right now the code stops here, .show, so it's not finished. And you see this? Yeah, 0. So yeah, and then finish. Okay. Another way is int. I think. Oh, sorry. I think this may help. Yeah, it's the int. But sometimes
the float is like decimal form.
Yeah. Round and int, they have different there's different ways to do that. If you use round, What? Uh, anyway, I'll not waste too much time on here. But now you already know how to. Oh yeah, anyway, you already know how to use it, right?
Yes.
So for your case, you can use Excel file to plot, but if you want to practice programming, this is the way how to practice.
Yeah.
And you can do a calculation very easy here. Even let's say make a plot is too difficult for you. You can save. Oh no. It's your choice. So I did something here, and I want to use Excel file and take a look as well. So then I want to save it to Excel file. Then save to Excel. This is going to do it again, but I'm going to just do it here. So let's save to Excel.
CSV.
To Excel.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can do CSV as well without.
Where is the result Excel? Is the code?
Yeah, because in the code I calculate a new column,
Yes.
right? I change it. So then that's a new. Yeah, see.
Oh, it's saved already.
Yeah, its difference is the dimension. This is dimension is number I calculate.
QL dimension.
I don't know why it's so big. Oh, I see. It's times density. So we should divide it. Okay. I mean, anyway, this doesn't have no meaning. I just put random number here.
Yeah.
You go back and check your paper and put the equation here and then plot. So it should be very easy.
Yeah.
But something you need to think about is how to select the viscosity. It's not really 100. Sometimes, see.
It's
it's
low and below.
Yeah. Five something.
Will you save me this recorded video? Send me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave the rest work to you, and you can. The good point of use Python is you don't need to bother about the figure.
Yeah.
Everything is in a very perfect size or shape. In Excel file, whenever you make a plot and you need to change the shape, change the whatever, everything. So this is and you can learn how to do it for other. If you have any other, you want to practice something else, just ask ChatGPT and he can help you.
Thank you.
No problem.